Oh, growing up in Skamania County, I mean, the timber industry was one of the biggest economic drivers in our county.
70s, 80s, even early 90s, this was a timber town, it's a timber community.
We've always been a hardworking blue-collar community. 2/3 of our county is national forest lands. That means that 2/3 of our county can't be developed for anything other than national forest.
Skamania County, Washington, nearly 1,700 square miles and home to just shy of 12,500 people.
The county is virtually carpeted in timber.
I remember when I was in high school, there were jobs, plentiful. Things were great economically. We had a strong local economy, strong communities. When my dad graduated from Stevenson High School, we were the richest school district in the state. When my son graduated from Stevenson High School, we were in the midst of economic uncertainty that continues to this day. We're still trying to dig our way out of that and move forward as a county.
How do you dig yourself out? How do you move on when what you do economically is stifled by politics and people who don't seem to understand what their ideology is doing to you and your neighbors?
The county's gone from 7 sawmills to 1, and every logging operation that existed in the early 90s in Skamania County no longer exists today.
Housing costs, like everywhere, are through the roof. Locals can't afford to live here.
Rural Washington is just getting squeezed from both sides. It's squeezing our local people trying to raise their families here, making it harder for them to survive.
But as the population increases and we've become a real target for people with deep pockets that want relief from the city and the urban areas. And so our houses are incredibly expensive because there aren't many salaries that would allow you to buy a $675,000 home.
It's difficult to come here, take a local job, and buy a home. It's tough. In fact, it's pretty well impossible.
Back before the spotted owl in the 1990s, Skamania County was a prosperous place.
So any timber revenue that came off of the county, out of the county, off the forest in the county got 25% of those receipts, right? Things were good in the 60s and the 70s and the early 80s. The county had more money than it knew what to do with for a lot of years. And a guy told me one time, there's an old county commissioner back in the 80s, he told me they had so much money, they had to buy new pickup trucks to get it all to the bank.
But those days are long gone. The county has nothing left to cut from its budget. The school district just laid off more teachers. The money is just not there because the timber harvest is so low.
Skamania County itself is 80% federal timberland, about 10% state, another 8% or so private timberland, and then only 2% is fully taxable.
A lot of the timber in Skamania County is off limits. There's a Columbia Gorge Scenic area, the Mount St. Helens National Monument, and of course, the Northwest Forest Plan.
So the Northwest Forest Plan came in, really upended the timber program altogether, but even in the Northwest Forest Plan, called for 100 million board feet a year, and we don't do half of that.
Not even half. Skamania County is trying to diversify, but right outside its doors is the product people want, they need. And better management of this resource would not only benefit the forest, but change everything for the people of Skamania County. Skamania means swift water. It's a place rich in history and the mighty Columbia River. People used to be able to take care of themselves here, but the river that defines them is being dammed by bureaucracy and ideology.
We lost our timber. We lost our pride in our community to work hard and to be self-reliant. And I think bringing back even just the thinning of timber in our national forest would benefit us greatly.
This isn't the 70s and the 80s of over-harvesting, and like I said, the truth is on our side. We have nothing to hide. We are the stewards of the land. We are the modern day environmentalists, and we just have to get that message across the finish line. It's very frustrating to list out all these problems with the counties and the schools and employment and stare at the solution all day. I mean, you can look in any direction, it's there.